Hey treasure hunters! Welcome back to Treasure Coin Talk. Today, we're diving into one of the most unbelievable stories in American coin history, the 1965 Liberty Quarter Dollar. It looks like an ordinary coin, but some of these quarters are hiding secrets worth thousands, even millions of dollars. Yes, that little coin in your pocket could make you rich overnight. Let's get started. What if I told you that one of the most ordinary-looking coins, the 1965 USA quarter dollar, could actually be worth thousands, even millions, under the right conditions? That's right. The 1965 Washington quarter, the first clad coin of its kind, hides a story of transition, mystery, and incredible fortune. While it looks just like any other coin at first glance, its background and rare errors have made it one of the most hunted treasures among coin collectors in the world. The year 1965 was a turning point in American coinage history. Before this year, quarters were made of 90% silver and 10% copper. But rising silver prices forced the U.S. Mint to switch to a cheaper copper-nickel clad composition. This meant that the 1965 quarter was the first to be struck without silver in decades, a major change that confused both the public and collectors. During this transition, some older 90% silver blanks accidentally slipped into production, leading to one of the rarest minting mistakes in U.S. history, the 1965 silver quarter. Now imagine this: a single 1965 quarter struck on a silver planchette instead of the new clad metal can sell for tens of thousands of dollars, sometimes more, depending on its condition. These rare transitional era coins are incredibly scarce because the mint was supposed to melt all leftover silver blanks from 1964. Yet, a few escaped. The result? A coin that looks like a regular 1965 quarter but weighs slightly more, about 6.25 grams instead of 5.67. Many people have unknowingly spent these rare coins, never realizing they held a small fortune in their hands. What makes these coins even more fascinating is their connection to a time of change and economic uncertainty. The removal of silver from U.S. coins in 1965 wasn't just a design choice. It was a response to the public hoarding silver coins for their metal value. Millions of silver quarters disappeared from circulation almost overnight. The mint had to rush to produce billions of clad quarters to fill the gap, which is why most 1965 quarters are extremely common. But the few silver-struck ones became legends among collectors. Besides the silver planchette errors, some 1965 quarters were struck on other denominations' blanks, such as dimes or half dollars. These rare mistrikes have sold for enormous prices at auctions, sometimes crossing $10,000 or more. Imagine a coin meant to be a quarter but struck on the wrong metal or with an off-center design. That's the kind of rare mistake collectors dream about. These coins tell stories of human error, mechanical slip-ups, and the fascinating unpredictability of minting in the 1960s. Even standard 1965 quarters in mint state, condition coins that were never circulated and remain in flawless shine can hold surprising value today. High-grade examples certified by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC have fetched several $100s, especially when they have strong details, sharp luster, and no visible marks. Collectors love these coins, not only for their rarity but also for their historical significance as the bridge between silver coinage and modern clad money. The hunt for the rare 1965 silver quarter has become a legendary quest. Among coin enthusiasts, people still check their loose change, old jars, and inherited coin boxes in hopes of finding one. The easiest way to test is by weighing the coin or checking its edge. A true silver 1965 quarter will have a solid silver edge without the copper stripe seen on regular ones. Some collectors call it the ghost coin of the 1960s because it hides in plain sight, blending perfectly with millions of ordinary coins. So, The next time you come across a 1965 Liberty quarter, don't overlook it. That small piece of metal could be your ticket to fortune, a hidden relic from one of the most dramatic changes in U.S. coinage history. Every coin has a story, but few tell one as powerful as this. From silver to clad, from everyday currency to hidden treasure. Who knows? Maybe the next millionaire collector will be you, holding history in the palm of your hand. Next, another $quarter coin. What if I told you that a simple coin from 1967, something millions of Americans once used to buy a soda or make a phone call, could today be worth a small fortune? The 1967 USA Washington $quarter. Though it looks like an ordinary piece of pocket change, hides one of the most fascinating stories in modern American coinage. Some of these quarters, struck during a time of major economic transition, are now among the most valuable and sought-after coins in U.S. history. Get ready, because this is the story of a coin that could literally change your life. In 1967, the United States Mint was still recovering from a chaotic coin shortage that had started just a few years earlier. The government had removed silver from circulating coins in 1965, replacing it with a copper-nickel clad composition to save costs and discourage hoarding. This change meant that the 1967 quarter was struck entirely without silver, but during this massive production period, a few strange and rare minting errors slipped through. These errors are the reason some 1967 quarters can now sell for thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars. One of the most valuable variations of the 1967 quarter is the transitional error coins that were accidentally struck on leftover 1964 or 1965 silver planchettes. While the mint had officially ended silver coinage 2 years earlier, a few silver blanks still found their way into the presses. These rare silver-struck 1967 quarters are considered treasures among collectors, easily recognized by their heavier weight around 6.25 grams and their bright, pure silver edges. Finding one of these is like striking gold, or in this case, silver. Another rare and fascinating find is the proof-like 1967 quarter. During this period, the mint temporarily stopped producing proof coins to prevent coin hoarding. However, some regular strikes came out with unusually sharp details, deep mirror finishes, and frosted designs, almost like proof coins. These proof-like quarters are incredibly beautiful and highly collectible today. In pristine condition, especially those graded MS68 or higher, they can command premium prices, making them a must-have for serious collectors. There's also the thrill of discovering error coins from 1967 quarters that were misstruck, off-centered double-die errors, or even struck on the wrong planchette like a dime blank. These mistakes weren't meant to exist, but they slipped past inspection and entered circulation. Each unique flaw turns an ordinary coin into a rare masterpiece, and collectors are willing to pay handsomely for them. Some have fetched over $10,000 at auction, depending on how dramatic and visible the error is. While most 1967 quarters are common, condition plays a massive role in determining value. Circulated examples might be worth face value, but uncirculated mint state coins with perfect luster and no scratches can sell for hundreds. The most flawless pieces, certified by grading agencies, are incredibly scarce because millions of these coins were used daily and very few survived in untouched condition. In the world of coin collecting, perfection always pays. What makes the 1967 quarter especially interesting is its link to a historic moment in America's financial story. This coin represents the end of the silver era, a time when the nation moved toward modern coinage and away from precious metal currency. It symbolizes change, literally and economically, and every collector who holds one is holding a piece of that history. The 1967 quarter isn't just a coin. It's a symbol of transformation, innovation, and hidden value. So, Before you spend that 1967 Liberty quarter you find lying around, take a closer look. Check its shine, weigh it, and examine its edges because you might be holding a hidden gem worth thousands, maybe even more. Some of these coins are sitting quietly in drawers, jars, and old collections, waiting to be discovered. Who knows, the next rare and valuable 1967 quarter might just be in your pocket right now. Don't underestimate the power of change, because sometimes the smallest coin can hold the biggest fortune.